It's the Bad Guys with Earl Skakel and Chad Zumock.
He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?" He comes at me with the knife. "Why so serious?" He sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face. And why so serious?
All right. In association with Inappropriate Earl and the Sit Down Zumock podcast, I bring you Bad Guys solo. No bad guys today, but with me, as always, the great Earl Skakel. Earl, what do you got to plug off top?
My ass. Let me see. Nothing really. I mean, the Jellies is still on HBO Max and all that, but there's some local shows coming up at the Comedy Store, and but nothing, to be honest with you. So maybe a trip to Austin just to blend in with the natives, but just for a day or two.
I'm thinking about going to Austin at the end of September, beginning of October. We should plan a show or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to plan it around. I like to kill four birds with one stone. Like, I'm trying to see if like Guns N' Roses will be in Texas, or maybe the Steelers play, and I don't think they do. Just so I can cram a lot in, because I fly first class everywhere I go, so it has to be financially worth it.
I gotcha. And yeah, you maybe I'll see if I can get you on Kill Tony.
I mean, that's my dream. I've been on that show, I think 2 times. I was the Iron Patriot after that guy got fired. And then 2 times I was on the panel. And then that was enough for me.
We should do a one-nighter, like a Monday night or a Tuesday night with Pang Dang.
Dude, he should make, if he had any balls, and I don't know that dude, he would go back to Austin, do Kill Tony, just have people laugh it off. I don't know. I haven't talked to Tony since, but like, I don't even think Tony's probably that mad because he doesn't act. So it's not like he got taken off of a TV show or something, I'm sure it sucks to get dropped by your agency, but like his podcast is successful enough where he almost doesn't need a manager or an agent. Like he can get his own shit,
and he can get another agent or something. That story went away pretty quickly.
Well, yeah, but it'd be one thing like it's like when the Comedy Store asked me which one of my roast battles I wanted on Instagram Live, and I was like, I don't want any of them up. Like, I'm on an all-black cartoon right now. I can't have you showing a clip of me as the house racist. Like, I don't want that up. So in my case, I'm not big enough to get canceled, but like, since I was on a TV show, I was like, no, I don't put up any of my battles, because those jokes don't really stand up very well, in my opinion.
What year was that? 2016?
I mean, I was on the show from late 2013 to about 2018. 3 years after that, or 4 years, depending on what year they show. It's like they used to have a sign above my head when I was the heckler: house racist, whites only. I don't want that. It was crazy. I mean, it really, looking back, is insane what we got away with. And one time they left the whites only sign up. They forgot to take it down. And the next night there was an all black show and people were complaining.
Well, I mean, it was a different time. We were allowed to laugh at stuff and make fun of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I remember one time Dave Chappelle heckled me he said something about me being Jewish, and then I was like, "Well, you're black," and he's like, "Well, what's the big difference?" I'm like, "Well, at least your people learn the value of hard work. My people learn when their skin boils." You couldn't do that joke today. Like, you'd be accused of being racist and I guess xenophobic towards Jews. Like, it really was a magical time, those first like 2 years.
I got to be honest with you. Call this what you want. I don't live in LA, so I don't give a shit. I miss being able to make racist jokes with my black friends and just busting balls.
I don't think there's
not like blatantly racist and mean. I'm talking hilarious, like, where's my wallet? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure Godfrey will love that joke. I mean, as long as they're funny, I think you can get a pass on them. It's just like when they're mean-spirited and there's no funny behind it. It was just like, okay, that's just racist. It's like if you saw the whole clip of Hinchcliffe, his whole act, and I'm not supporting what he said, but if you saw the whole thing and then you saw what Ping Dang did, which was kind of the opposite of what Tony was doing, making fun of white people, you go, okay, I get it now,
Yeah.
But
it was definitely I mean, you have to see that whole context.
I mean, some of the things, like I had one battler, the time I was the house racist, he comes and says, "Hey, I got a gift for you." And it was a KKK hood. And so I put it on and I was like, this is too small. I can't wear this. Like, that was the biggest problem, was that it was too small. But if you showed that clip on any YouTube, Instagram, people would be like, what the heck? Oh, well, there's the ultimate.
I was trying to go to this set. You remember this set?
That's the funniest set I've ever seen him do. He was out of control.
He really was. This guy, Michael Richards, if you're watching the video, I'm showing the grainy Laugh Factory footage from, I don't even know what year it was, 2016?
It was a while ago.
2006. Yeah.
But I mean, it's funny. I was talking about this like 2 nights ago. Like, it's not so much him saying the N-word a few times. I think he would have gotten a pass on that. But it was I forget the exact line, but it was something like monkeys hanging from a tree upside down. Like, that line came from the heart. Like,
yeah. Or we stuck something up your ass and hung you from a tree.
Yeah. That wasn't just, like when someone says too soon, when I do a joke, I always have my standard throwaway line of no joke is too soon. I was doing 9/11 jokes before the second plane hit the tower. That's like I have that line ready, just in case someone says too soon. Like, that line Michael Richards did was not his go-to save line. It was, this is how I really feel. So.
I was living in Hollywood at the time. I was like 3 years in. So I was around the scene and I had done shows with Michael Richards. Like, and the guy was very full of himself, very standoffish. And I remember this. I think did I ever tell you the story? I think I talked about it on Kevin's podcast. So you used to have a tape recorder, like one of those old Walkman Sony recorders, and he would tape his sets. So he put the Walkman in the booth, and he's, in the Hollywood Improv, the booth in the back.
Yeah.
So you put it there, and ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Michael Richards. Place to go fucking ape shit because it's Kramer. And he would always run the lights. He started out with this big ovation because it's Kramer, and it just would go down quickly, and he can never recover. So Daniel Tosh is there, and I'm sitting in the back with him, and we're right by the booth. He goes, "This is awful." I go, "Shh, that's his recorder right there." He goes, "Who, his?" I go, "Yeah." He takes the recorder and he starts talking in the recorder. He's like, "You fucking suck. You'll always be Kramer. You need Larry David. Get off the stage. You're wasting people's time." He's talking into Kramer's recorder, and I'm just laughing.
That reminds me of a story at the La Jolla Comedy Store. I won't say the girl's name, but she got a guest spot, and she gave her recorder to Jeff Richards, the great Jeff Richards, Mad TV, SNL. and she's bombing right away. She started off with a musical number. Like, she starts off with her back to the stage going like this. And then she starts singing some song like, we're going to tell some jokes. I'm going to make you laugh. And
Come on, Natasha.
Yeah, I mean, it was just bad. And Jeff, 30 seconds in, his hand is shaking so much from laughing, going, this girl's awful. What a cunt. This is the worst comedy I've ever seen. Who's trying to fuck her for this spot? And I'm like, Jeff, you're speaking into her microphone. Like, she heard. And she came off stage crying, and I'm like, hey, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad. It might have been the worst set I've ever seen in my life. Of course, this girl has major representation. So yeah, you got to be careful when you're giving your honest critiques to make sure there's no hot mics.
Yeah. And she has a Netflix special coming soon, probably.
She probably will. I know she's been. People, her managers tried to get her past the Comedy Store, and it's like, oh, you got to be out of your mind.
Tell me off mic who it is. I'm curious. I have a million names in my head.
And I'm friends with her. Like, she's cool. But it's like, wow, how do you have representation? Out of control.
Which brings me to this. I watched it the other night. That's the great Bill Duke and Harry Dean Stanton from Escape from New York.
No, that's not Bill Duke.
Or no, Isaac Hayes.
Yes. But I'm sure Bill Duke auditioned for that.
And you think Isaac Hayes got it over Bill Duke?
Well, I think John Carpenter strikes me as the type that goes for oddball castings on purpose. Like, I'm sure he was like, Isaac Hayes, he's never acted before. He'll have fun with it, versus Bill Duke, who at that time, I guess, was, I think it's 79. Well, that was 1980. Car Wash was in a couple of years before that. He was like a serious actor. So I could see Kurt Sutter, John Carpenter going for like a wacky type of casting for the Duke of New York.
I will 100% agree with that, because that ties into the late great Roddy Piper and They Live. Yeah, that's an oddball casting.
Yeah, I mean, he had never really acted before, I don't think. Maybe in a wrestling movie before They Live. But
yeah, it was that one weird wrestling movie that
and there's the great Ernest Borgnine, Adrienne Barbeau, who was in one of the latter seasons of Sons of Anarchy. Still looks pretty
really
good. Yeah, she looked pretty good. I think it was like it's either season 5 or 6, I think.
The Duke.
Yeah. Oh, he was great.
Yeah, she had a fantastic rack.
Yeah, I mean, and that's natural too. So,
by the way, this whole scene right here, they filmed pretty much all of this in St. Louis. And I visited when I was in St. Louis at the Funny Bone. I went to all these sites just to see what it looks like now.
And is any of it recognizable?
Yeah, if you really kind of look at it, it's cleaned up. Obviously, during this time there was a big fire in St. Louis, so downtown was pretty much abandoned. So it was kind of a shithole, and they rebuilt it. And there's still that train station at the very end where they're keeping the president.
Right.
But yeah, you could still check out some of the sites. Oh, here comes Godfrey.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Yeah. This is when the Duke of New York comes in. Should we put our mask on?
Oh. Do I need a mask?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Sorry, Godfrey, we got our mask on.
I know.
Where are you? You look like you're in Kabul.
You're in the country, Chad? Oh, you're in Ireland?
No, that's not Chad. That's my country, Nigeria.
Nigeria. Look at you representing. Were you in the gym?
Yes, that's it. If you have orange in it, it'd be Irish. It's Nigeria.
Yeah, you don't look Irish. No offense.
Nah, but we drink the same beer, Guinness.
Nigerians and Irish drink Guinness?
Nigerians love Guinness beer. Hell yeah. The thick lager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you at, in the gym or something?
No, I'm at a Nigerian restaurant.
Oh, look at you.
Wait, the one on Fairfax?
Nah. Oh, there's one. No, you're talking about Ethiopia.
Oh, my bad.
That's the eastern part of Africa. Mine is the original West Side.
You know, there was one Nigerian pro hockey player. His name was Rumen.
Oh, there's Aginle. Aginle is a Nigerian hockey player. There's Kyle Oposo, who's he used to be on the Sabres. He's a friend of mine.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, there's a couple of Nigerians in hockey.
Not many, but there's a few.
What'd you say?
Not many. I mean, their Olympic team's going to be a 6-man team.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't expect there to be many in hockey.
Yeah, I would imagine there's not many ice rinks in Nigeria.
No. They're not into the ice thing. But
I would think they would be.
But as we make more money, as people can afford hockey, because hockey's very expensive, right?
Yeah. It is.
So they'll get there eventually.
What'd you say?
They'll get there someday.
No. And I don't think you saw that. You saw that documentary of the hockey invented in Nova Scotia by Black people?
Did you see
Soul on Ice?
No, that's Elridge Cleaver from the Black Panthers. I'm talking about Black Ice.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking I call it person of color ice because it's 2021.
I can hear the podcast listeners turning off with us talking about blacks and hockey.
Godfrey,
fact, they did it on 30 by 30.
I want to ask you a question. What was it like working with all those great legendary actors in that Chicago movie? What was the name again?
Scary Indiana, Original Gangsters.
Original Gangsters. Now, Godfrey, or I'm sorry, Earl, are you familiar with this film?
I am not. I'm out of the loop.
It was all the blaxploitation. Tam Greer, who was in Jackie Brown, Fred Williamson, Richard Roundtree, who was Shaft, the original Shaft, Jim Brown, who was Slaughter in the blaxploitation film. And you know Jim Brown from the Cleveland Browns, the famous running back.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yes, and there was Superfly, Ron O'Neal, Superfly, the original Superfly. There was also Wings Hauser. Remember Wings Hauser?
My favorite B-movie actor.
Yes, Wings Hauser.
I'm showing the trailer right now. Who's that guy Duncan? There's Godfrey. There's Godfrey. There's Godfrey and who are that looks like something's going down. Someone got killed.
Someone got murdered. That's right.
There's Fred Williamson, Jim Brown. And they come back to avenge. And also, guess who else? From Jefferson's, Isabel Sanford, Wheezy.
Oh, wow.
This is awesome.
That's Superfly.
I'm surprised Jim Kelly didn't get in this movie.
I know. That would have been. That's Chris Duncan from the Jamie Foxx show.
Oh, wow.
So who's the bad guy in this since there are things bad guys?
It's Chris Duncan. The lights. That's Shaheem the rapper. That's Paul Winfield, legendary.
Oh, Paul Winfield.
Terminator, man.
Yeah, and he was in Star Trek 2. Star Trek 2, man.
Now, did you have like interactions with Jim Brown and that hat on?
Yeah. It was, wow, I have a pickup, man. Jesus Christ. It's good.
Boy, Wings Hauser must have felt real comfortable.
They just go back there and they never come back out.
Oh, you ordered food and they just never came back? I'm gonna watch this.
What did you say? You gonna watch it? You should
Yeah.
watch it. You should watch it. You should watch it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love that. Oh, look at it. Oh, look at the soundtrack. The Ghetto. Your boy. Did you ever tell Willie D the Ghetto Boys was in that soundtrack?
Yeah. Willie D is no, not Willie D, but
Ghetto Boys.
Bill's in it. Scarface is in it. Not Willie D.
The Ghetto Boys are though.
The Ghetto. No, not all of them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Ice-T, Mobb Deep.
What did
Mobb Deep? No, Mobb and Original Gangs. Oh, you mean the soundtrack? Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the soundtrack right here. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I didn't know Mobb Deep was in the soundtrack. Damn.
what did Wings Hauser play? The accountant?
I forgot what he played.
He's good at anything. I mean, he must have felt real comfortable on that set.
It was a lot of white people. The director was Larry Cohen, who had directed a lot of blaxploitation films. He just passed away, kind of.
Earl, were you into any black exploitation films? Like, what were you ones that you dug?
Well, I read for White Supremacist number 12 for Original Gangsters, but I didn't get it.
Awesome. Then there was Eddie Bo, who was in Under Siege with
Seagal.
With Seagal. Yeah, he's the big bald-headed black dude. He's the lead gang guy in that one.
Oh, he's
from Chicago too. Yeah, he was everybody's from Chicago. All of us from Chicago.
Did Tony Todd not get an audition notice for this?
Oh. And Joe Pesci's brother, Frank Pesci, was in it. And Robert Forster from Jackie Brown. Robert Forster.
He was in that movie?
Yes, Robert Forster. Yes.
Wow. It's so sad.
And Robert's from Chicago too. A lot of Chicago.
I walk my dog every day by the restaurant Robert Forster would eat at, and he would just be at the first table, reading the script usually. He was always nice.
You recognize them?
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you're the bad guy from Delta Force. And he looked at me and he's like, I don't want to talk about it.
Who was the bad guy from Delta Force?
Robert Forster.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he played like an Arab terrorist. I mean, I don't know what his nationality is, but he plays a good sweaty Arab.
Oh,
the one with Chuck Norris and Lee Marvin and George Kennedy?
Oh, yeah.
Kennedy is a rabbi, and I don't know. And Steve, the great black actor. You talk about exploitation actors, and I don't know how he died, but he died pretty young. Was the black actor Steve James?
Oh, Steve James.
He kind of looked like you, Godfrey, and I'm being serious, but he had a mustache. He was like a karate guy, but he was in all. He was in
I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. You remember?
Oh yeah, Kung Fu Joe. Joe. Yeah, he died kind of early. And Jim Kelly passed away not too long ago.
Yeah, I saw him. I met him once at a vitamin store, man, and he still had the afro. It was a little shorter than it was in Enter the Dragon, but he was very nice and like
Jim Kelly.
Still in great shape.
Wow. Yeah, he died. Like he was only like 73.
Yeah,
something like that.
There's Kung Fu Jones.
Jell-O fries. Jell-O fries with goat meat, and I ordered the Lucy with pounded yam.
Did he really know karate?
Yeah. He was like he was
What'd you say?
The American Ninja.
Who's in American Ninja movies?
Steve James.
We're watching him right now.
How old was he?
He was pretty young. I want to say he was below 50.
He wasn't that old. It always sucks when martial arts guys die.
Yeah.
It's always weird when they die because you think you think they got the secret to not dying, When a martial arts guy dies, I just give up. I'm quitting my class.
He was only 41.
Jeez.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Was it cancer or something?
I'm looking up pancreatic.
That is so pancreatic. Oh, that's like that's what got Alex Trebek.
Yeah,
that's what got Trebek.
Well, that's what got the bass player from the Cars, who was like, I'm not gay, but that guy was beyond good looking. And
who was?
The bass player from the Cars. He was just an incredibly good-looking dude.
Well, the lead singer guys died.
Rick
He
Ocasek.
died. Yeah,
He died. His wife left him from 25 years of marriage, left him, and then he died after.
but he got her back because he left all his money to someone else, not the wife or the kids.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And they make pretty good money publishing. I mean, they had a couple big.
I just see it's a miracle.
Well, even on the MTV back in the day, you might think it's foolish.
No, they had the best videos, those crazy videos. He was dope.
Yeah. But the
Just
bass
fact that he
player
a
was
skinny,
like,
long dude.
he was
What?
like model good looking. And within 6 months of cancer, pancreatic cancer, he looked literally like a skeleton. It moves really fast.
That's like crazy.
I know.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So,
Wow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course, I know. I hung out with Gary Busey.
What?
Yeah, my manager manages him now. He came to see me at the Laugh Factory.
Recently?
Like about 2 years ago, before the pandemic, like 2018 or something like that. It was pretty funny. He was like, when I came off stage, he's like, listen, Godfrey, man, you just took over the whole stage. Everything's amazing. You just have so much energy and just it's amazing. That's good, Gary Busey. Fuck what you heard.
There's him electrocuting
He's
Mel
like,
Gibson.
he's like the wannabe Nick Nolte.
yeah. I'm sure they
He was like
auditioned for the same stuff back in the day.
I'm sure they did. You know. I have the Steve McQueen biography, right?
Oh,
And because a lot of like Clint Eastwood and Bronson and a lot of those guys were getting like losing parts to Steve McQueen.
right.
And McQueen would like refuse some parts, and that's when like they give it to Eastwood or they would give it to Bronson because he was that guy that was getting everything at one time. Well, actually he wasn't. And then when he finally was getting everything, you know, everybody else was getting the leftovers, you know?
Well, yeah, it's like,
Which ended up being really good for a lot of them, really, you know?
oh yeah. I mean, I think Bruce Willis on the Die Hard was like the seventh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, the original choice was actually Frank Sinatra, and he was just
No, stop it. Shut up.
on my word.
Frank Sinatra for Die Hard.
There was a book that Frank Sinatra had read that was Die Hard's based off of, and he was interested. But then when it became the Die Hard we know, he was like, I can't do these stunts and shit.
Yeah,
Bruce
Willis.
He's like, I'm going to do Cannonball
story.
Run Part 2 instead.
He was good.
Which was super dope. Super dope, yo.
Yeah, those were fun movies.
Yeah, those. Oh my God, Die Hard. Oof. That was before you saw Family Matters, Dad, with a gunshot. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Winslow.
and then he played a cop on the show.
He got typecast.
I was just on live with Earl with Jaleel White. Just on live. I was just on live like 5 days ago.
I used to live in the same building as him, and he had like 4 cars, hot chicks every night. Good for him.
Yeah, good
Awesome.
for Jaleel White.
Yeah, I called him Uncle in the elevator.
Who was the black guy in Die Hard? The computer guy goes, the quarterback was toast.
I don't think that guy ever acted in anything.
That was it?
Hello? Yeah.
Godfrey, weren't you friends with the limo driver in Die Hard?
Wait, the limo driver, the black kid?
Yeah.
You know that black kid was the kid, I think it was the same kid that in Blues Brothers. Remember he was reaching for the guitar?
Yeah, that's the guy. You said you're friends with him, right?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Is he black?
Godfrey knows every black actor in the business.
Use your car.
Hey, aren't you friends with Shabadoo Quinones?
Okay, but I can. Okay. Okay.
what's Tiny Zeus Lester like?
Good.
Ooh. Oh, thank you. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna
All
wash
right.
my hands real quick.
Yeah. We'll go ahead. We'll carry this.
I took a picture with Zeus at the Comedy Store.
Is he really big in real life?
He was about my height, maybe a little taller. He was a pretty big guy. You could tell he hadn't worked out in a few years, but
What's up?
well, Chad thinks you know every black actor in Hollywood.
I would love to know every black actor, but some of them don't want to know you.
Hey, Godfrey, didn't you know that black guy who played the manager on The White Shadow?
Yo, I met Denzel 4 times.
Yeah, well, that's the black guy.
I used to talk to Snipes. I've met Forrest Whitaker. Of course, I know Jamie. I've met Don Cheadle. You know, I met. I did that film. I did that film with Morgan Freeman. Chain Reaction with Keanu Reeves. I was in that.
You were in that movie? Oh, fun.
Yeah, I played like one of the students in the lab.
Well, you know, Denzel Washington was the original choice to play Tubbs in Miami Vice.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So was this before St. Elsewhere or after?
This is probably right around the same time. 83.
That would have been cool. Denzel would have been cool in that too.
Yeah. How do you go from Denzel to Philip Michael Thomas?
Yeah, but the guy who almost got Don Johnson's part was the blonde dude from Chips, Larry Wilcox. They were all over the board.
Wilcox. Wow.
Dude, Larry Wilcox and Denzel Washington would be hilarious as Miami Vice.
Yo. Larry Wilcox belongs with Punch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good for Eric Estrada. Get those.
But Eric Estrada, you knew who was going to get all the girls, though.
Oh, yeah. I met him once at Best Buy. I actually thought he worked there because he had his back to me and he had a blue shirt on. And I asked him where the CDs were, and he actually showed me. I'm sorry, dude. I really thought you worked here. But it's nice to see someone like that have a sense of humor. Like some people probably would have been like, fuck you, dude. Like, you know, I don't know. Maybe a bigger fan.
See, I'm eating while you guys are talking. I don't give a fuck.
That's all good, dude. I just inhaled a burrito right before I click on the Zoom thing.
Were you a Miami Vice fan, Godfrey? Because Earl's an expert in Miami Vice.
I know. Isn't it Hans Zimmer with the theme song?
No, it's let me see. Harold Faltermeyer.
Yeah, he did Beverly Hills Cop.
Hans Zimmer.
No. Harold Faltermeyer, and then
Harold Faltermeyer did Beverly Hills Cop and Fletch.
Did he do Axel F, the song?
Yeah,
That's Axel F. Axel Foley. Not bad.
The original script for Beverly Hills Cop ended up being made into the Stallone movie Cobra.
I thought that they wanted them to be okay, Cobra with the green car, right?
Well, yeah, because I think they gave Stallone first choice on Beverly Hills Cop, and he was like, "I'm not funny. This is funny. I want it to be violent." So they turned it into Cobra.
That's a good move. Sometimes Hollywood, sometimes their choices are so silly.
Yeah, I know. They don't know what they want.
Earl, did you know this?
Well, how many years are you going to not know what you want? When are you going to get it right?
I don't know, when they run out of ideas.
Now, Earl, did you know this? This particular one right here. This I believe it was Miami Vice Damned in the Doldrum when they're putting Tubbs in prison.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Do you remember the guy in it?
I mean, it's been a while, but I tell you, those first 2 seasons of Miami Vice were flawless.
This guy right here. You know who that is?
Well, it's not a great. Your computer is the. Larry Fishburne.
Yeah, Larry Fishburne was in Miami Vice.
Dude, they have an unbelievable someone just put a list of the guest stars in Miami Vice, and it's a who's who. Liam Neeson.
Well, Miami Vice was the first SVU where everybody showed up.
Yeah.
Ed O'Neill.
That's my favorite episode. He was so good as a rogue operative. Like it ain't an Al Bundy. You would not go. This guy could play Al Bundy.
Leslie Nielsen was a serious actor.
Yeah. Well, it's like all the bad guys in RoboCop had never played bad guys before. They were all good guys, fathers, uncles, and
yeah. Wasn't that the guy in that 70s show, the dad?
Yeah, Kurtwood Smith, and then Ronnie Cox from the Beverly Hills Cop movies.
Look at Vin Rams was in season 1 of Miami Vice with hair.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Liam Neeson, Julia Roberts.
I was in a table read with the guy from that 70s show.
Kurtwood Smith?
With Aaron Paul before he got on Breaking Bad.
Dude, did you know Chris Rock was on Miami Vice?
Yeah.
No way. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, Godfrey would appreciate this. He was a recurring character until he pissed off Don Johnson, but the legendary New York street comic Charlie Barnett was he was in like 8 episodes of Miami Vice till he got kicked off.
He pissed off Don Johnson?
Yeah, he played like the informant. He was always the guy who knew where the drugs were. Yeah. And then I guess he would always show up on set, fucked up on drugs.
Charlie Barnett?
Yeah, and Don Johnson was like,
but you remember Beretta. Who was the other guy? Remember Rooster?
Oh, yeah.
Rooster. Still around, too, that guy.
I was a big fan of him until he killed his wife.
And what else? And Robert Blake was also a little rascal.
Yeah. And he also, I think, briefly was managed by Dante from Golden Artist Entertainment.
Dante?
It's the white Dante, the racist one.
Oh, the white racist Dante.
The guy who all of a sudden was into Black Lives Matter, even though he's in Ari Shafir's video offering black people free boat rides back to Africa. Yeah, I wonder.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't he saying that?
Yeah, dude. He was. That's the funniest part was he's Mr. Black. It's just stupid.
But the funniest part is that he was on BET Comic View.
I know.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh my God! What a fraud.
He was on BET Comic View. It's like Gary Owens.
And he's on Ari Shafir's YouTube video juggling basketballs.
Yeah.
And his big joke in the video was asking this black guy if he got his haircut cut at Fantastic Sambo's. What the fuck? Out of control. He's out of control, that guy. He's got to be stopped.
Yeah, but Dante is talking shit from a distance.
Yeah.
He's not talking smack up close.
Well, he's talking
not comedy world. Listen, he is in the black comedy world. You think he's saying that up close?
No. Well, in fairness to him, he did represent Ron Jeremy, maybe the biggest rapist in the entertainment business.
Isn't he in jail? Ron Jeremy in jail?
Yeah, for rape.
Dante will still book him at select gigs.
Now, that's a real bad guy, Ron Jeremy. That's a bad guy.
He used to show up at the Comedy Store, and I would get excited because I was a fan at the time before I knew the 800 rapes. And he would just fall asleep in Mitzi's chair. Like he had that disease, narcolepsy. It was really neat to meet a rapist. He should have done roast battle.
Godfrey looks like he lost some weight.
I think it's the camera lens.
All right. You should walk around in life with that.
You've got that Orlando Woolridge body, dude. Just
Orlando Woolridge, the big O.
Dude, I worked out with him once. Dude, it was like We were the only two guys in the gym, and surprisingly, he wasn't that strong. He just had this. I mean, he had like a horse's body. It was.
Yo, so he passed away early too.
Yeah, he passed away. I want to say from diabetes, but I might be wrong on that.
Man, everybody you meet dies.
I know. I'm at 5 people who've done my podcast have died. I'm like the podcast Grim Reaper.
Damn.
Oh, great. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're listening out there, Jeff Ross, do you want to do my podcast?
Jesus.
Yep.
Let's roast.
What?
Oh, he already did my podcast. Damn, he survived. Well, there you go. He's Teflon, dude. Nothing touches that guy.
Godfrey, who do you think some of the worst bad guys in cinema are? Like movie, TV, guys that stuck out like evil. They were awesome at it. Or just legendary.
Guys that went against Boogaloo Shrimp and Breaking.
Ooh.
It looks like your mama's calling. Ooh. We'll see you at the battle. Ooh. Look like he trying to dance.
Let's roast.
They were the worst. Can we find footage on that one?
Yeah. What was his name?
When they're in front of the bodega, the little store, and their rival battlers come up to them.
What was the guy's name?
Oh, it's so good. So good.
What was the guy's name?
It was Poppin' Taco.
Was it Shabadoo Quinones?
And well, that was Shabadoo and Turbo.
See, I know my shit.
You know your shit, bro. You know your shit.
Is Shabadoo still? Did he die?
He passed away.
Yeah, I think he did a buddy movie with Jamie Masada, and neither one has been seen since.
Oh Jesus! Speaking of which, Godfrey will be at the Laugh Factory this Wednesday.
I love it.
No, I'm gonna get. Well, actually, just Wednesday, but Thursday through Saturday is Cobb's Comedy Club.
Oh yeah, go there.
San Francisco.
Who's
Those are
opening for you? Larry Bubbles Brown? That sounds like a gig he'd muscle in on.
Where's is that the guy right there?
Yes, Poppin' Taco. Yeah.
Poppin' Taco. That's kind of racist.
Yeah, I know. But it was LA.
Wait.
Right,
isn't that the guy in the black hat? Didn't he play Calderon in Miami Vice?
Did he?
No, I'm serious. I think he did.
Oh, here they come. Yeah, them.
His name was Bruno Poppin' Taco Falcon.
Oh, Poppin' Taco Falcon.
Wait, I think this guy played keyboards in El DeBarge, if I'm not mistaken.
There's nothing like being tough with a feather earring.
I know.
Did you hear that, Godfrey?
What?
He's like, I think this guy played keyboards in El DeBarge.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Before he hit his wife.
You met Turbo too, right, Godfrey?
Yeah, he made me mad. I told you what he did, right?
Yeah, didn't you try to give him some respect and he started dancing?
No. I was driving and I pulled up and he pulled up, at the light. And I was like, oh man, Turbo, what's up? And he goes, hey man, and he points. Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
He points at me and then he goes, see you later.
Brutal.
That made no way. He just went like, no, he went like that. He goes, hey man, what's up? Oh. And I didn't even
Hollywood.
I didn't take the weight back. I was gonna beat it.
That's like a hack prop comic doing his catchphrase.
Goody Google.
Isn't Poppin' Taco? Isn't he opening up for Butch Bradley at LA Comedy Club this week?
Butch Bradley, holy shit!
No, Butch is in Vegas. I saw him.
He's like the king of Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Good for him. He was always nice to me. Do you know him well, Godfrey?
He's always awesome to me.
Godfrey, let me see if you remember this one. This is right up your alley, and I know Earl will jump in. You remember this episode where gangsters came to the San Francisco house?
Of course. And they were having a party, and he tried to charge them. He said, if you don't want to pay, I'm going to give you two lumps with this baseball bat. Watch, he's going to grab the baseball bat. Yeah.
And they're gangsters, right?
Mm-hmm. He says, you're having a party here, aren't you? That guy's obviously from New York. That guy's, oh, yeah. Whose party is this? It's mine. And if you don't pay, you're going to get two lumps on the top of your head with this baseball bat.
That's a pretty good Red Fox, actually.
That really
Thank you.
Can you do a Lamont?
Say, Pop, what are you doing, Pop? What you mean, dummy?
Is that Bruce in the leather jacket? For the weekend?
That's the precursor to Patrice O'Neal.
Jesus.
I think Damon Wilson is still alive.
Yeah, he's a preacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these people find God after the rolls dry up.
He's a
Earl, when are you going to start finding the Lord then?
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm waiting to be on anything with the word Jeff Ross presents in it. I'm not giving up.
Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross presents the Holocaust. Don't think he wouldn't do it.
I'm kind of glad that the roasts are kind of done. I'm tired of seeing people.
Yeah.
I mean, but they still, at the Comedy Store, roast battle's still a weekly thing. I don't know who the hell roast battles anymore.
Yeah, I'm just so tired of that. Oh, now we're roasting Taylor Swift. Shut up.
Yeah. That's why I liked Hannibal on the Justin Bieber roast. He just looked at him like, I don't like your music. I'm just here because it's going to help me. He kept it real.
Awesome.
Like he was serious. He's like, I don't like your music. I don't like you. I just know it's going to help me get gigs.
That's so good. Good for Hannibal.
No,
Hannibal has a baby now.
He does?
Yeah, man. I was talking to him on FaceTime. He called me and he had a baby in his hand, a brand new one.
I heard he moved to another country. Is that true?
Nah, he's in America.
Oh, okay. Somebody told me that.
He's here.
To another country. What do you work for? MSNBC, spreading rumors?
He's here.
Earl, do you know this movie?
I'm going to need...
I can't turn up the volume or they'll kick me off.
No, it's all good. Yeah, no, I got it. I don't.
Oh, that's Uptown Saturday Night or Let's Do It Again or Piece of the Action, one of them.
You just nailed it. Let's do it again.
I thought that was Grand Bush.
That's Calvin Lockhart, who's from the Bahamas, and that's Sidney Poitier, who's from the Bahamas.
This is the movie.
Bahamian.
This is the movie where the Biggie Smalls got his name, right?
That's right. And that's John Amos during Good Times. That's the dad.
And Die Hard 2. Let's not forget that.
That's right. Die Hard 2. He was dope in Die Hard 2. God damn.
And let's not forget.
Buddy in the at the end of Die Hard 2. My buddy was in that movie.
And John Amos came to the Comedy Cellar.
Oh, really? Did you talk to him?
There's Bill Cosby, everybody. Out on bail.
He was probably just started raping back then.
What'd you say?
He probably was just starting to rape back then.
And yeah, you see that guy with the glasses with the mustache? He was in the Mac.
Okay.
You ever see the Mac with Richard Pryor?
It's been a long time. I'm not gonna lie.
Richard Pryor and Max Julian.
I want the soundtrack. I can't find this soundtrack. Let's do it again.
You just look up Let's Do It Again. It's with Jay and the when he was a boxer. Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker.
Yeah. Look on YouTube.
Dante actually does represent right now.
Dante's booking Jimmy Walker?
Yeah.
But I thought he don't like black people.
Well, he does, but he's lying low until the next group of protests start.
Yeah, he likes if he can make money off of it.
Well, yeah, sometimes people can suspend their hatred to make a little revenue.
I think Dante now is signing every Afghan comic he can get his hands on right now.
Called the NFL.
Yeah, Jesus.
And the NBA.
That gay dude on the Raiders, he must be in hog heaven in an NFL locker room. All those fucking 10-inch dicks. Now I'm doing bits.
Quit doing your closers.
I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of big dicks in an NFL locker room. And the asses. I mean, like, that's just like, it's like Ralphie May at an actual buffet.
What about
maybe not.
Godfrey? What about Denzel Washington in Training Day? Do you think that's one of the top 10 bad guys of all time?
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. What? Yeah. Jesus. Oh my God. You know who else? Underrated. The first Superman, those 3 bad guys, they were awesome. The chick. Remember?
The chick and
man.
And the funny thing is the guy who wouldn't talk, the big huge guy.
Yeah, the big bearded.
I had him on my podcast. He was like 70 years old and he came over to my house and like
Are you serious?
His background is amazing. He fought George Foreman. He was a world champion or world class heavyweight boxer before he started acting.
Really? He looked foreign, like Serbian or something like that.
No, his name's Jack O'Halloran. And
wow.
Dude, it was a trip. He came over and he was probably 70. This is just a few years ago. And he's still a big dude. Like he's shrunk a little. Like
but I wouldn't think that he would not be big still, no?
Yeah, no, he's still, you wouldn't want to mess with him. He's still very like broad shouldered and
there he is.
These guys were awesome. They were so good. Oh, you know who that guy is? That's the guy from the Limey. That's him.
And Wall Street. He played Gecko's like
yeah.
Aaron Stan.
Limey? You ever see the Limey?
I've never seen the Limey. Who's in the Limey?
Terrence Stamp.
The guy that's in the center. He was in the Limey when he was older. Yeah, they were good, man. They were good. And the chick.
Yeah.
Who is that lady?
Sarah Douglas.
Yeah, she was great. They were great.
You remember Sarah Douglas? That's great.
I know, dude, I just have a lot of time on my hands. Gene Hackman was so funny in these.
Who was that?
Gene Hackman.
Who else? You know who was a fantastic bad guy? I'm sorry, Ian McEwen.
And what?
As Magneto. Whoa, man.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was fantastic. One of the most mellow evil guys.
I have to check that one out.
I thought also what's his name was badass. Tim Roth in the Hulk. Man, yeah. I loved him in that. He was so good at that shit. He was dope, man.
You want to know the ultimate superhero film?
What's the ultimate superhero film?
Here, I'll show you right now. This is the ultimate DC film.
And Wonder Woman with Caitlyn Jenner.
Right here. Right there, Godfrey.
That Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is when they were running out of ideas.
Yeah, Richard's like, put me down, motherfucker, shit.
He's like, wait a minute, I think I see an 8-ball down there. Let's stop off.
And Superman's like, stop snorting coke. I'll take you up. Man, let me go, goddammit, shit. Leave me alone, motherfucker, shit.
Like
I don't trust no white man that can motherfucking fly, Jack. You got to put me down, goddammit. I'm gonna whoop your ass, Jack. Shit, I got kryptonite in my pocket, motherfucker.
Who knew one day that guy would fall off a horse and die, and the other one?
Stop, man. Stop.
Dude, we should pitch this show like Mystery Science Theater, and the three of us just watch shit and make fun of it.
Hey, there's worse ideas out there. No, I'm serious. I don't put down anyone's idea. Like, this could go late night on FX or something.
But it's just a matter of people wanting to work with you.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of wanting to work with you, because there's some people who have shitty ideas, but they just like that particular person, and they just want to do things for them. It's telling you, it's like a popularity contest.
And I think if in every episode, Godfrey should be eating.
Yeah, that's the hook. It's called Dinner and a Movie with Godfrey.
At dinner with schmucks.
And we're your co-host.
Yeah.
It's kind of like VH1, That Metal Show, like Eddie Trunk's the host and Don Jameson and Jim Florentine are the co-host.
That'd be cool.
Eddie Trunk, boy, he was fucking great to watch on high def. We get it. You know who the eighth bass player in Dawkins was. Let's just give the mic to Florentine.
Godfrey, are you into 80s hair metal at all?
I'll guess no.
No, you'd be surprised. Are you into 80s hair metal at all?
In the 80s, what?
80s hair metal. Like 80s.
Yeah. Like Snake, White Snake and all those guys? Of course. What are you talking about?
I told you, Earl.
Def Leppard, Rat, all those guys.
Oh, shit. Right now, you look like you could be the guitar player in Living Color, man. With the Vernon Reed.
And I know Vernon, and I know Corey Glover. I talk to Corey every once in a while. I call him up.
Dude, they were so good. Their problem was they were too good. Like music.
But that's not fair, though.
I know.
I mean, you got 700 white rock groups, and you got one black rock group, and they can't survive. That's bullshit.
Well, I think the problem was they would wear those body glove wetsuits on stage, and then you saw like Corey Glover had like a 10-inch dick, and it's like you couldn't keep your eye off.
And Cult of Personality?
Yeah, you didn't know what the hell was going on. And then Vernon Reed's balls are like, those body glove suits are form-fitting, man.
I didn't know he was going to have on Carl Lewis's 84 tracksuit.
Yeah, I mean, you got a 10-inch dick, man. You got to wear some baggy pants to cover that hog up. I wouldn't know about that, but I got a hammer, but it ain't 10 inches.
No, show the original video.
Okay.
Man, Corey,
pull it up.
That one song I really liked, the Glamour Boys. About I don't know. It was just catchy.
Glamour Boys.
I had them on my when I was at Sirius XM. I had Living Color on my Sirius XM show.
Oh, right.
I was in studio for that. I was on mic.
Yeah, this is a badass video, man. He can sing his ass off.
Oh, this was musically one of the better bands from the era, man. But it's just like,
of course, Mussolini.
You guys
Vernon wrote this whole song. He wrote the lyrics too.
Yeah, Vernon's dope.
If you ever get a chance, watch Cult of Personality when they're on Saturday Night Live. It's one of the most amazing performances.
I will, man.
Like Mussolini.
Dude, what key was that in, bro?
And Gandhi.
3 coyotes just showed up to my door.
When I was a kid, before the lyrics, I didn't know. I thought they were saying, "I need a cough drop. I need a cough drop. I need a cough drop."
I don't like this video. They're showing all those white people caged up. I don't like this shit. Racist bastards. Guy's probably playing double bass. Yeah.
Did you think it was I need a cough drop?
When I was a kid, I swear to God, I didn't know.
Tell you what I'm going to need is a to start singing again.
I'm the cold tub. I'm the cold tub. He said, I need a cough drop.
I didn't know. I guess I'm not going to be in Josh Adam Meyer's comedy jam anytime soon.
No, you might be. You might be.
That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I need a cough drop. I need a cough drop.
I didn't know.
Oh, isn't it funny how there's certain songs you thought they were saying this and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really funny.
I missed the boat on that one.
Wait, Josh is messaging me right now. Can you bring Theo Vaughn?
Oh, I need a cough drop. God damn. I've heard it all.
Godfrey, you're going to be on Snoop Dogg's new podcast or something?
Well, his new show is called, Dumbest Criminals with Snoop. So it's just us and a bunch of comics, Russell Peters, Afion Croc, a bunch of people just talking smack about videos. And then I did some sketches to reenact some of the videos. I did that last week.
Oh, okay. And
then I just did his interview show too. He interviews people too.
And you're on you're at Cobb's Comedy this Thursday through Saturday. That's the 19th through the 21st?
The 19th, 20th, 21, Cobb's Comedy Club in Fisherman's Wharf.
It's a great club.
San Francisco. Let's go.
Yeah, so go see Godfrey, and he's a big Instagram star. He has like Tiffany Haddish on and Earl.
And I want to say thanks for Ontario, man. People showed out, man. Oof. Tore their asses up. Artie Fuqua was the host.
Artie's hosting all your shows, huh?
Well, he doesn't host them all, but if I can get him out there, he wants to get out so badly. I try to get him on some dates, you know.
Does he fly you out in a Walmart jet?
Yes.
And Earl, what are your plugs one more time? I know we plugged up top, but you got to follow you're on YouTube, right?
I'll be at Jeff Ross's pool party Saturday from 2 to 4. Trying to open up for a open micer comic he has impaled on his dick. And then, I'll be at the Comedy Store a few times this week. I'm not sure when, but
yeah, the Comedy Cellar just canceled all my spots because I'm unvaccinated.
Really?
What?
Yep.
How do they tell you that? Do they ask you get the vaccine and you'll get your spots, and you say no, and they're like, okay?
Yeah, if you get it, you'll get back in. Yeah, they just canceled them today.
How do they know? Did they you had to turn a card in at a certain time?
Well, no, I was taking a test. I was testing every night.
Well, if you test, then what's the problem?
Yeah, exactly.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Man, save that for another podcast. We'll get into it.
Yeah,
All right.
but you'll never get white. You're in shape. You take care of yourself. Like, I don't think you would ever get it, hopefully. But even if you did, I don't think it would be like the flu to you.
Well, check it out. Tim Dillon just got it, and he already got the test or the shot, and he's like 400 pounds, and he's fine.
Oh, Tim got it, huh?
Yeah, after he got the Johnson & Johnson shot.
Oh, man.
So what are we doing? What's the problem here?
Well, I think Rick Shapiro got it. What a shock.
Yeah. No, I didn't get it. I'm not getting it. I don't trust the government. I'm not going to die from it. And if I do, that's what the Lord wanted.
All right. I'll see you on the 5 on Fox News, Chad.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to pitch this show to somewhere. I got friends. I'm going to hook this up. Godfrey, I got you a show.
Set it up to Brennan Productions.
Kevin Brennan. I got him.
Before we go, are you back on MLC? I don't understand what happened. Can you talk about it or no?
Yeah, I can talk about it. I quit because I was just fed up with the fans and everything. It was just I put in a lot of work for little in return, and then me and Kev had a nice conversation. And let's just say it's worth my time now.
Okay, you've been financially compensated.
Well, there's a lot of things that have been more compensated. So I'm not going to put in my time and just get beat up for no reason from the fans. So now beat me up and I'm fine with it. So yeah, I'm back. Maybe we'll have Earl on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
Come on.
I'm only on when Godfrey's on eating quinoa.
That's right.
You pounded that quinoa, dude.
Quinoa.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. You're two of my favorite people in comedy, and go see these guys live if you get the chance. Definitely follow them on social media. They're both active, and we'll see you next. What's that?
I'll say one more time this week. Cobb's Comedy Club, Fisherman's Wharf, Bay Area, August 19th to the 21st this week, starting Thursday through Saturday. Let's go.
No, plus follow your Instagram.
Oh, my Instagram, Comedian Godfrey. That's right.
You're on there nonstop, so you can interact with them.
Yes.
And I'll give directions to Jeff's house. You make a left on Franklin, a right at the Smell of Money, and another left at the smell of horrific open mic comedy writers. And I'll be there from 2 to 4. Let's roast.
All right, that's a wrap. Thanks for listening. Bye.
It's the Bad Guys with Earl Skakel and Chad Zumock.